We met at one of my friends' parties, and you mentioned a patent at that party for many years ago. I think you just filed a patent then.
Well, that's not exactly how we met the first time. We met in the library on the 8th floor with Krille and yourself, I think.
We did?
Yes. Okay. You were involved in a different activity at that time. But it is indeed an interesting story. It started with that I got a mail and a telephone call from the Medical Research Council in Sweden. At that time, the head of the Research Council was Harriet Wallberg, who later became the provost of the Karolinska. He wanted 12 researchers to follow them and the industry to Thailand and China. And I was a bit reluctant, but then I decided to do so. And we flew over to the province of Shenzhen, and one of the professors at that time had heard rumors about a very strange pneumonia that was going around in the town. So she wrote to the Consul General in Shenzhen and got a response back that he had no information on such a rumor, and there was no fact that he could give her. So we flew over and spent some time in that hospital, gave lectures, and we continued to Hong Kong, actually by train, a very crowded train to Hong Kong. And when I flew back to Sweden on the Sunday, I spent some time with the grandchildren, and on Monday it was quite clear that if I had arrived on Monday I would be in quarantine. It was 2003, and it happens to be where the SARS started. It annoyed me a bit, but at that time I didn't do too much about it. But it wasn't a very good experience. That actually the family back home in Sweden, they knew, but we got no information when we were traveling. So the Chinese, they were hiding it.
Wasn't this actually, since you were in China, it was basically an information lockdown? If I remember correctly, you mentioned that the first information you got was actually when you entered the Swedish soil, and your grandchild mentioned something about it.
Yeah, that's correct. They gave me the information on Sunday when we had a party for the grandchildren.
Was Philip right? How old was he at that time?
Well, 2003.
Yeah, it was 3 years, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
So basically, a 3-year-old child knew more about the situation in China than a professor of medicine inside the area, because due to the information lockdown.
I knew.
It's quite funny.
I knew nothing, you know.